Welcome back. We have Wes Putnam. He is an artist that we're following, a creator of a game that we're following his progress of the game creation. So we are excited to have you back, Wes, and
Great.
we are doing a series of short videos. And this one, uh, we're looking to dive into his art, an artist of the game creation. So,
Cool.
hi, Wes. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you. Good to be
Okay,
here.
so yeah, we're happy to have you. So we have a conversation we're wanting to have is the art and the progress of the art for your game.
Yeah.
So what do you want to start off in saying how you found your artist? What was your
Yeah.
ideas?
So as usual, I could say lots about this. But mostly I was so happy, and I have been so happy with the artist that I found in the whole process. So it's exciting to share it, okay? Because what I did is it was actually quite simple. I went to Fiverr and I found this artist. How I found her. So you just go to game design or whatever, and like a bunch of different artists pop up. But I found this artist, and there's a big octopus on her page, and my game was full of sea creatures. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's exactly what I want. So I sent her
Yeah.
a message and moved back and forth for a little while, and then I sent her my stuff, and she let me know her prices and whatever, and I hired her. And seriously, she worked magic. I mean, I'll show you in a minute like what I sent her and then what she came back with. And I was trying to think as I was thinking about this call, I was trying to think about like what I really did to set her up. And I sent her my stuff, and she asked some questions, but I swear she worked magic because I don't know. She'd ask me a question, and I think she asked me like how stylistic wise, do I want it to be like more cartoony or more this way or more that way? And I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. A little cartoony or this way or that. I mean, like I gave her like nothing. So, but she did such an awesome job with it. Um, so should I just share it? Should I share stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see
So
how it progressed.
yeah, first I'll share. This is what I sent her. Okay, this is what I worked with. I just mocked this up on a Excel. Okay, this is what I sent her. So, and the game's, changed various times. And, one thing I've learned from game design is that if you can hold off on hiring artists sometimes before you get tested it a bunch of times, that would probably be smart. I think I probably hired an artist a little earlier than I needed to. But
That's a good to know.
yeah, but similarly, Christine was awesome to work with. I mean, like awesome. And she worked with me through the changes, and then I'd be like, you know what? I hate this thing that I sent you, and I want you to do it this way instead. So I sent her that, and I sent her my ideas. And then she came back with the first thing I think she came back with was this, just different ways we could organize the board.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, totally. So different options. Then like here's a little sketch of what she's thinking for the characters. And then she just asked me to choose which one I liked the best. So we did that. So that was pretty cool. And once again, all I'd sent her was that thing, and she comes back with all this magic, right? Then she
Yeah.
sent me some character design sketches. Sent me the sketches, said, "What do you think of this? How's this turning out?" And like I love it. Okay, so that was where we started there, and then she came back with this one, all the different characters that she had created, the vampire penguins and the aggressive miniature walrus and the snobby sea lions, and she just was magic. I mean, she did such a great job. I remember specifically the sassy poison crab originally. Now it's called sassy crabby, but originally it had both claws up. And I was like, well, can you make it sassier? And she's like, yes. And so now we got the crab like that, one claw up, one
Like
claw
an
down.
Olay.
Exactly, exactly. Sassier. Look at those snobby sea lions. Their eyes, they're all squinty, they're all snobby. And those seagulls look evil. I mean, once again, she took it and ran with it. She did such a great job. Let me show a couple other things. This is just a little close up of we were working with where is it? The starfish, the grumpy starfish, which I remember they started off like this up here in the corner, top left ones. And I was like, yeah, but these got like the toughest characters in the game. One of them, the grumpy starfish, they got to be like tough. So she came back with this, pow, right? So and then we
Yeah,
went
intimidating.
exactly. That's how they got to be. They're grumpy, man. And then then we were working out what colors to do with the starfish and with all the different characters. So, I went through various iterations, and this is just part of it. I mean, she did so much work revising that board a bunch of times. Here's the some of the card artwork. She sent me all this and then asked me to choose which one I liked, and then she developed that. I mean, she just was amazing. So I've never met her outside of this, but I would recommend anybody that's looking for artwork, you should hire Christine LeBlanc. I didn't know that's her name. I just know her Instagram handle is Christine LeBlanc Art, and you should go to her. And that's how she said to find her too. I asked her, I said, how should I send people to you? Because she's amazing, and I would hire her in an instant. So, and then and then we ended up with the final product, which I'm not going to share because you can't all steal it. Whoa, blurry, blurry. But
Fully
right here it is all
focused.
printed out. And
Wow.
so all the different places it went through, and like I said, she really made it her own too. She's just a joy to work with. I remember one
And
time
you
she's like, I
started
added more
with
snow
that
up there.
Excel
What's
file looking thing. You started
Yeah,
with the Excel file looking
yes.
calendar guy, and then it turned into this. About how long did that timeline take from when you
Well,
started to where you're at?
for the bulk of the work, she did it in like 2 weeks.
Oh my
But then with
gosh.
all the revisions, we've gone back
Right.
and forth for maybe, I don't know. Well, I've hired her a couple times for different things. It wasn't like all in the first thing, and I plan on hiring some more just to work out some of those stuff for the game. And that's the other thing. You got to find an artist you like because it'd be weird for me to do the board work with some other artist, right? So it's all consistent.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the box work and stuff. So you got to find someone you like. So, but I don't know, but like 2 weeks initially, and then I went back and hired her for some changes. She's usually pretty quick, within a week, and then we go back and forth for a little bit.
Wow. Really
Yeah,
quick. Quick. I thought you were gonna say like months and months of
yeah.
going
I
back
mean,
and forth and
no, and I think the way it's set up too, really, is for for the artist to be able to manage their life. They don't have these projects dragging on forever. So, but once again, I don't know what it's like to work with other artists. I just know what it's like to work with her. She was just awesome. So,
oh wow, I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And then any tips for any art other game? I think you kind of said something as far as a tip, but any other tips for someone else who's wanting to create a game and what if they don't really have a vision of their art, like what do you recommend for them?
Yeah. Well, I guess what I'd recommend, because truthfully, like I said, I wasn't really all that helpful. I'm sure it was more helpful than I think with Christine, but I don't feel like I was all that helpful. I was just kind of like, yeah, do it kind of like that. So I think if you find an artist that you like their style, then you probably can't go wrong.
Mm,
So, and then they can support you, I would imagine, they could support you with fine tuning it. And Christine gave me different examples. Although truthfully, there wasn't much where I was like, I don't like that. I mean, most of the stuff she wrote, I was like, that's great. I love it. Right.
yeah,
So, but I would imagine if I went on Fiverr and found someone else whose style I didn't really like, but I was trying to get them to do my thing, that would be a lot tougher. So I found
yeah.
someone, I mean, literally there's an octopus on her page. I was like, I want that. So that helped make
I
it
love
easier.
that octopus.
Exactly. It really was like that. Yeah. So
Well, awesome. Thanks again, Wes. It's a pleasure having you on the podcast, on the interview you.
yeah.
It's a total pleasure to be with you, and thank you so much for sharing this part of your journey with
Yeah. Thank
us.
you. Thanks for giving me the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Yes. All right. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.